Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie, I'm French and I love crafting. So today, well actually in the night, I had sort of an epiphany. I decided that I wanted to make a whole journal just with postcards. So this will be in different stages because obviously I need to make ephemera and then we'll build the journal. Don't know if it will be a big journal, a small journal. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that stage yet. So what I've done is I've taken a little portion of my postcards collection. Believe you me, this is not even making a dent. And we're going to try to build some lovely ephemera. I have this one, which is the only one I have like this, and it will have to be a cover because it's just too funny. I'm not going to show you the whole of them. I'm just going to pick some and transform them. Okay, so let's get ready. I have postcards in different shapes. I probably will pick up some other ones. Yeah, because who knows, maybe I won't have enough. So I'm going to send a couple of them because that helps in making them look more, well, older actually. So I probably need to change my little circle of sending material. But for the moment, I'm just going to do my best and age it. So I'm going to insist on the edges, making them really distressed. Like this. It is the end of my sending disc. I can feel and see it. So I'm going to get a new one and we're going to go on. Here we are. So as you can see, it works much better. And I can even sort of remove the images in a couple of places. So they look really, really, don't know if you could say worn, but that's what I would feel to say. Worn out, maybe. Maybe that would be the best word. I think at the end I will take just a piece of sanding paper, normal one, and keep on doing this. So this is how my postcard is going to look. Oh. Just getting a wet wipe to take all the dust out. You could also distress it some more with a little thingy or your scissors. I like to use these ones. They're very cheap. They're meant for sewing, so to cut the threads. You can find them very easily on the internet, and they make a great job. And I don't mind if they tore my paper because I actually want to have that look up. Okay, so we've got an aged postcard. What I will do is I will first show you all the sorts of ephemera that we're going to make, and then I will make some of them off camera, and then we can see how many we've prepared and the different uses. So what do we have here? What I would be tempted to do with this postcard is just punch some bits out because I do like the colors and I use my punches quite a lot. One of my favorite ones to use is this one. It's from Craft. It's very heavy. It's a bit of a pain to actually punch because it is quite hard to get it through. But I'm strong, sort of. And I'm going to make a couple of them just to show you what I mean by the colors. And there we go. So you see, you have a lot of variations of colors, and I use these all the time in my journals. You will see how a bit later. So this is what I want to do with this sponge. Okay, I'll make more of them, a lot more of them. Let me see. I also have this one, which I also like the black and white ones. I'm going to take another punch out. Here I have this one from EK Tools, which I use as well. I make tabs, I make collage. I make a lot with these. And I like the black and white. I like the black and white. So I've made another video about these postcards and the way I use them. So you can see them in my first and second videos of the 100-day challenge. I'm getting more punches out. And I'm just getting my favorite ones out. And this one as well. So again, EK Tools. Most of my punches are EK Tools because, lovely green one. Because I find that they're the easiest to use, except from the part where they're jumping all around. You see, lovely colors. So you can use them in every journal, regardless of the colors that you know, if you have a theme color, if you have like a fall theme, or you can always, you know, find some of these little bits and pieces which will be a match for your journal. Let's get a few of them in different colors. Look at this one. They are just gorgeous. I put them like I would use them on, like I would use labels or stamps as well. So just lovely. Let's make a couple of other ones. This one. Let's go for this one. This is an old postcard, but I personally don't especially like it, mainly because of the colorized picture. I like the bust, but that's about it. So I'm going to sacrifice it to, oh, I'm missing a punch. I need to find one of my favorite ones as well. So I'm just going to do this. Sophie, if you were clever, you would do this. Because then all of a sudden, I do like what is coming out. All the different colors. And this I can use. So if you know me, you know I have a huge collection of postcards. My children have forbidden me to acquire any new ones, which I fully understand. I have so many drawers filled with postcards, and not just like antique or vintage, like any sort of postcards. See, I like them a lot. Okay, we've done this one, which can go on this side. We've done this one. This is a smaller version of the one I've just used. And you can layer them and then make like a flower with a bread in the middle, which is something that I do. I try not to overthink what I do. It's just a matter of finding the right space, not the right colors. And then you come up with surprises, which are really cute. See? Again, another flower that you can layer. We're going to use this one. See, this one doesn't talk to me much. Where is this? Roquebrune. This is in France, and at the back you can see Italy, because we do have borders with Italy. Ah, yes. And that will be probably all for this one, because the punch is huge. No, I can make another one. Touch. And the rest I will use to make smaller punches, because I don't want to waste my resources. Although I have so many of them. Tack. And there. I have this tiny one, which I can use on these ones. So it's the smallest version of the little round flowers. And again, use them as sort of how you would use a label, or anything really, anything that you want. Collage. Sorry, my nose is itchy. So thank you very much to all of you for sending me lovely messages, hoping that my cat was better. She is better. She's still at the vet. She's eating now. She's drinking. She's not unhappy, which is always one of my concerns when they have to stay at the vet. She had a huge bladder infection. Actually, I didn't know that. It can come from a shock, a psychological shock. So she made a nasty encounter, we think. And I should get her back tomorrow. She also had signs of diabetes. See, cuties? But the vet told me that could disappear as well, maybe related to what she's going through at the moment. So we'll see that. Let me get my favorite punch. Well, Tab is nowhere to be found, so we'll do something else, not to worry. When I have postcards that I'm not really liking, like this one to me doesn't bring an interest, what I tend to do is maybe take something that I think I might use. So this portion with the cactus, there. And then you have options, you know. You can take this and make it as a tuck spot on the page, but you can also make a tag out of it. Just do what you would do with a regular piece of paper. Get your crocodile, make a hole, and there you have a tab. This one was blank, so I can use it as is. I can maybe find an eyelid. I know you're there. Yes, you're there on the floor. So I'm just going to pick up an eyelid. You can put something with color, something without color. That's completely up to you. I still haven't found green eyelids that I do like. So I think we're just going to go for a gold one. Why not? Don't. Okay, do. Whoopla. Obviously, if your card is written on the back, I would not just put an eyelid now. I would first cover the back with some paper, so coffee dyed paper, or any sort of paper that you like. There you go. You do have a tab, which you could still sand, distress on the sides. Like this. So again, age it as much as you like. You can do this as well. Up. And then you could ink it. And all of a sudden you have a very vintagey item in your hands. And it looks cute. At least I think so. So put it on the side. And this was a vertical one, so you could, no, a horizontal postcard. But you can do it with a postcard like this. So again, just don't measure. Just cut the paper of the postcard where you want it. I think I want a tab. A tab, yeah, today's not my day. When is it ever your day, Sophie? So, ooh, I'm making a dangerous pile. So, sorry. Here we have a tag. Rounding. Actually, not rounding, but there you go. Same difference. Just this one is written on the back, you see? So I'm first going to cover it with some coffee dyed paper, which is right, well, everything is right next to me now, due to my new craft room, which is still not finished. I've already moved things around like 3 times, but eventually I will get there. So you need to have very good glue for this, because otherwise with time, and I think I've said that already, the paper will come off. I can't find my glue stick, so I guess I'll just use some art glitter glue, in which case I will put it on my, maybe put it on my tag directly. Oh, I did take out a little bit, the fine bit. The important thing, once you are going to glue this on your paper, is to let it dry correctly. I'm going to do this. There you go. And then I will just trim what I don't want once it is dry. I don't mind the wrinkles, but if you don't like them, you can always use your bond folder. But smoothly, don't push too much, because otherwise you will just rip your paper. There you go. So we're going to pretend it is fully dry. And I'm just going to cut my paper around it. I know some people cut the bottom of the tabs because they don't want any straight corners there. Why not? I will distress it afterwards, not before, because otherwise your paper, when you glue it, it won't be straight. Well, that's the way I do it. So I'm just going to let it dry now, because otherwise I'm going to make a big mess, which I don't necessarily want. Eyelid I'll put later. Now, from these 2 postcards, we are left with bits and pieces. You can use this as a small postcard. You can use it on your page as a tuck spot in the middle of your page, on the side of your page, on the top of your page. Oh, that was a complicated word to find. Top. Really, you can do anything. You could make it shorter. I mean, you can't make it bigger, obviously, but you can. I'm going to leave these. They're pencil, but I'm going to leave them. I'm going to maybe de-stress. Yes. And I can actually really round the corners if I find my corner rounder. As usual, I was going to say my mess is a desk, which, I found my glue, which is not completely wrong. Oh, there you are. You were on the other side. So I'm going to maybe round the corners. And I have a writing card as well. So really, the things that you can do with them are infinite. Inking. And there you go. Again, very vintagey. You can add a label. You can add one of your little flowers. Well, not this one, obviously, but I don't know. Like this one. You could also put an eyelid in the middle. So you can do all sorts of things. Look. You can have 3. That is something that I often do. 2 and 3. You see? I like it. Okay, let's put this one on the side. Now, obviously you can make ink boxes. You can make really what you want. For one like this, which I really like, not as a whole, but as in its little different pieces. Well, this is actually what I am going to do. I'm going to cut off the little pieces. I'm more interested in about these two than these two because of their shape, but I will still use them. And then I'm interested in this bit as well. Not so much. Well, actually, I can use the sort of book as well. So let's see. Let's just cut them out. And you can hear my dog snoring. He found a new place. I bought him two beds for the craft room. But he has decided that my daughter's desk chair was much better. So that's where he is, little Sam. Up. And another one. I went a bit into the lower one. It doesn't matter because this one I can cut any way I want. I can make it straight and then I can remove the white border if I want to. There you go. Gotta make the same with this one. And I'm going to cut this bit without the crown because that would be too complicated for Sophie's cutting skills. Okay, so we have a little piece ready to be glued. And in this one, maybe I can remove... Actually, I don't have to follow that. I can do what I want. And I could even follow how the book is supposed to look. Because I'm a daring lady. Well, that's how it looks. So we have all little parts that we can use in our journals. Oh, there's apparently a motorbike race under my windows where the speed is very limited. So you can use them as a focal point. You can use them as stuck spots. You can use them anywhere you like. You can add them to a collage. Really, the only limit is your imagination. Now, we are left with this one. And this you can use if you make a small journal as a belly band. You can set it up with eyelids or brats. You can make it as a tuck spot on your page, like this. Or on the other side, like this. So don't throw away the bits and pieces. At least I would not throw them away. Another thing that I do with postcards, and I need to find one where I can show you that. Obviously, a lot of them I just leave them as they are because I do like them. I would age them if they're not old, but that's all. Let me see. I could do it with this one, but if there was a simpler one. This is not simple. I want something simple, just so that I don't mess it up. I do fussy cut postcards out. That's usually on the older ones, black and white ones, because they're the ones I like best. Let's see, we seem to have some here. Landscape, church. I could do it with you, but you're a bit dark. It has to be a monument or houses, sometimes a character. I will show you one with a character as well. I suppose we can do it with this ruin. So, ta-da! I'm just going to cut around the ruin. Again, if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter because nobody will know. I am more or less following the edges. I could use smaller scissors and make my life easier. Yes, I could. But I'm not. Snory, snory. I'm gonna do this. I'm guesstimating the size. Okay. And you could make it shorter if you wanted to, because you do what you want. So let me just take this out. And let me show you. I have a journal on my desk. Maybe it has some. Look. This is what it looks like. See? Just glued on the page. Duck spot. Beautiful. Some of them are at the bottom of pages. Probably won't find any here. Let's see. No, I don't have a smaller version. But you can put them on the bottom of your page. Sorry. Whoops, sorry. Woo-hoo. There you go. So this is what you can do with a piece like this. Okay, and you can do this with people as well. Let me show you. I've taken one of my albums of postcards. So I'm going to try to position you a bit better. I've already removed a lot. And don't think that this is only a dent of my collection, and there actually are 2 or 3 by pocket. So I used to fussy cut out only the ones that were damaged, because you could see a lot of people would take the stamp out, just ripping the postcard out. And I had a lot of them, but I don't anymore. And as I'm not allowed to buy any more postcards, then I have to do with what I have, which is just, yeah, making choices. So I'm saving some of them, I'm using some of them as a whole, and then I am fussy cutting a couple out. Isn't he gorgeous? This is for boys to be married, and they have to pray to every saint, you know. Santa Maria, please allow me to get married. Saint Sophie, make my wife pretty. Saint Augustine, make her pure as Eglantine, Savage Roses, I think. Saint Clementine, make her leg be not small, thin, etc., etc. Even for a big breast, I see. Oh. Well. Seems men haven't changed. So there we go. I'm going to take this one. Not a big fan of the couple ones, I must say. So, let me just put this on the side. But which side? That's the question. There. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. As I told you, I have hundreds more. So, who's going to be my guinea pig? I guess she is. Because she's an easy one. Could I get smaller scissors? Yes, I could. Oh, that was a cat climbing on my other desk. So here I go. I think I need to sharpen my other scissors. Just by cutting some aluminium foil. That would do the trick. I used to have a collection of postcards when I was a child. So I have postcards from my grandparents, I have postcards from a bit of everyone. And I also had some very old ones like these. And some of them came from my mother's grandmother. I have a card written by Claudia Cardinales, who was a famous actress in France and in Italy. Well, even in the States, I believe. From her grandmother to my great-grandmother. Whoop-a-da! Do not fly, little girl. So, here I go. And again, you put her on the corner of a page, you know, anywhere, on the bottom, in the middle, and she becomes a tuck spot. You should obviously ink her, because that does hide any ungracious cutting marks. There you go. And she's just a sweetheart. And I actually like her better like this than when she was whole. So, yeah. Another thing that you will see me doing quite often, let me put her on the side here, and they go here, is take a postcard like this, or like this, preferably horizontal, but sometimes it works well with vertical ones as well. I will take my paper trimmer and I'm just going to cut stripes. These stripes, again, the size is up to you. These stripes, I will use at the bottom of a page, rounding the corners or not, inked, and then they're a pocket. So you can make them small, thin, narrow, like this one, or you could make them bigger, like this, for example. And when they're like this, what I like to do, and again, it's my taste, it might not be everybody's, is to take a punch to make a decorative edge. And I know I have one somewhere. Actually, I know I have 3 somewhere. Let me grab it. I think you're a bit wonky. Bear with me. Sorry. So maybe less wonky. Yes. So I'll just take my punch and I'm just going to punch my postcard. Oh, that's always a lovely exercise for your hands. Come on. And if you want to do the beginning again, just do that. Here we go. I'm sorry. So here again, you can ink it. And then you have a pocket. So it can be with something defined like this, but it could also be anything. You don't need to make sure that you have sort of a focal point. It's just a matter of you liking the image or not. Don't know what I did with the others. Well, they're somewhere on my desk. Oopla, don't go there. I still have a punch out on my desk, and that is a tap punch. And I do mainly use postcards, tabs made from postcards. Again, just position them where you want them. I just position them where I can make the most use of my postcard. Text. Too small. I don't really care what is on there. I just let them be happy accidents, I guess. There you go. You have lovely tabs. And you could do this with a whale punch tab as well, which is somewhere on my desk, and I'll show you once I've punched them out. But they look great, don't they? So you just, again, fold them. You can distress them if you want to. I personally don't distress tabs. And then just give them a bit of ink. And they are just gorgeous. There you go. You have a lovely tab. So I'm going to make some more ephemera using the various tools that I've shown you. And we'll see what the next stage is going to be. See you in a bit. What I've done, I've selected some postcards, which are all in that direction. I've aged some of them I've left as they were. I've inked some I've not inked, and this is the result. These are going to be my journal pages. I'm going to poke holes in them, and they will be binding afterwards with a little piece of thread on 2 holes. In the meantime, what I've also done is I have made some pieces of ephemera. I've glued them on coffee dyed paper, and we will cut them through as we need them. Regarding the cover, I think I'm going to take 2, or maybe not. I'm going to use an Amazon envelope, I think, because I have them next to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my widest. Okay, it's about 15 centimeters. So I think if I make my cover 16 centimeters on 11, yeah, a bit over 11, that should be perfect. So let's grab an Amazon envelope. Here, I'm going to open it with, hopefully, a knife. Well, oh, my knife is there on the back. And I'm going to just open this. As usual, I'm late for my video, but I think I told you some time ago that I'm not going to put pressure on myself. It will be there when it will be there, hopefully by 6 o'clock, but if it's not, it's not. Woobla! It will be out at some point. Yesterday, I only had my Saturday video out because YouTube didn't want to upload it. It took 24 hours to upload, and I deleted it, and we didn't work. So we said 11-ish by 15. So let's go for the 15. I'm going to do that. A pen or a pencil, something of that sort, which I should have really handy. Yeah, it was just hiding. So let's put a mark at 16 centimeters. And what? 11 centimeters. And this is how it is 5. No, it's not 5. It's 2 and 1, 2 and 6, 2 and 6. So that's here. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Sophie, if you were clever, you wouldn't bother. You would just take your paper trimmer. That works much better than your brain. Especially when you put it in the right way. I'm going to move my postcards away. I'm going to get the border out of the way. On this side, on the other side. There we go. Another border out. Ouch. Now, I said 11 in bits and pieces. Should I take my address out? Well, there we go. Up. What did I want to do? Take the border out. There. And then take 11 in bits and pieces. Like this. And then I want 15, 16. So this one. I'm going to do the same with the second part. Now, we said 11 in bits and pieces, which I think I did more or less here, like this. And then 16. There we go. We have our cover. Well, it is on the floor. So these ones I'm keeping, and these ones I am not keeping. There we go. So let's just check. My pages are here. That's fine. See? That's absolutely fine. Okay. So I am going to make holes in my cover first. And oh, it's a little over 16 and a half. Well, it is what it is. So I'm going to go for 4 centimeters here, and then 4 centimeters here. Crocodile. Oh, it's full of dust from the sanding. Need to be careful where I put my holes. So that's one. Come out. Yeah. And that is the second one. So now I do have a template. So I'm going to get a couple of postcards together. Taking one of my covers, placing it on top of my postcards, and then with my pencil I'm going to draw the places where I need to have my holes. Good, 2 of them. I'm making 2 packs. Yeah, 2 packs is okay. These ones are all big. How did I do that? Can't think of everything, Sophie, can you? No, you can't. Well, it will be what it will be. Just want to check something. Or not. Yeah, I'm going to cut the... No, I'm actually not going to do the same. Let me think, because that's hard for me. Thinking things through. It's not always working as I wish. So. Oh, come on. Okay, and the last batch, where we can also have one on the other side. Again, making my little marks. Getting my poster cards together and poking my holes. Okay. We have our journal almost ready. There we go. And there we go. And I'm pretty sure I have forgotten one, but that's okay. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with the covers? Well, first of all, I think that I'm just going to cut a little bit the angles. Just a little bit, not much. There's really the tiniest bit. Well, that was not so tiny. I should just not say things and just do them. Because apparently when I say what I do, it doesn't work. We are going to need some papers, and I'm thinking that I might want to use some of my cheap 6x6 papers. Question is, where are they now? I've moved everything. Let me find them. So, obviously the 6x6 are not big enough to cover the hole, but that's quite okay, because I don't necessarily want to. Okay, I'm going to mark it here. I need 2 of them. So that's one. What is the second one going to look like? Maybe this. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. Paper trimmer. But I want the smallest version. There we go. Sophie, you should think things through, because you also need something for the inside. But for the inside, I found these. I have a couple of them. Let me see. There, you have 2 of them. Which one do I like best? And what size are they? Well, they're the fine side. And I can make... No, can't make 2 out of 1. I don't think so. Let me see. I need to remove the white part. Here, which leaves us with a bit more than 11, and we have, sorry, a bit more than 11. Sophie, can you think straight? 16, so it's a little bit, well, it should be fine, to be honest. So I'm just going to have my 11 unbeaten pieces like this. It's probably going to be too big, but I don't mind. So that's one. That one is smaller. A bit more. Yep. And there you go. So here we should have all that we need to cover our covers. So let's put some glue. Without the bits of postcard. Okay. So that would be my front. Yeah, it's the inside of my front cover. Then the inside of my back cover. And glue on my mat. Why not? Why not? There you go. I'm going to repunch my holes, which I will do again once I've glued the other side of the cover. Why did I take the wrong punch? We don't know. But I seemed to be happy doing that. Okay, the other one. Can't see a thing. There. Okay. Let's glue. Oh, that's actually now the back of my back, and this is the front. Well, why not? Means that the inside will be smaller. Do I care? No. Because I can always put something above, like washi tape or fabric tape, or I don't know. We'll see when we get there. There you go. Not sure what I'm going to put around, so I'm just going to let it dry like this. Well, actually, I have glue, so I should think now probably washi tape. The question is, which one? Which one? Sophie, make a quick choice. Yeah. Just don't want to put something that doesn't look good. Let me see. Maybe a Tim Holtz one. So I'm going to put some here, like so. And I'm going to do that all around. Like this. Like this. just going to remove the excess. It's the hour of the talking cat. There we go. We can ink it so that it's done. Then we need to punch the little holes again. There you go. One and two. So back cover done. Still going to ink a little bit. Who knows? Maybe it will show. I need to change washi tape for sure. Okay. Go. Washi tape, washi tape. Which one should I take? I have a yellow one. Well, I have not just one yellow one. Okay. Not sure where the top is. I don't know. I'm stuck. Please help me. I think I need to go with this one. One, two, oh, come on. Three and four. I know I did say I wanted to put a postcard in front, but we'll see. We'll see. There. One and two. Now, I am going to put some eyelids. I love this side. Maybe it's going to become the front cover because I really, really like it. So eyelids. Shall we put some little flowers? I happen to have some red ones. 1 and 2. And for the back, some yellow ones, I think. There we go. I will not be putting eyelets on the pages, but I will be putting hole reinforcers. This might be... Oh, come on. It might be good. This one. That's 2. I might do it like this. One. Oh, come on, Sophie. You can do this. Thank you, Sammy, for helping me, supporting me with your story. Oh, my washi tape is going away. No, my little friend. No. Ooh, why not put 3 tons of glue? There. Okay. Again, don't know what's wrong. I've cleaned it, but it will keep on coming out. I don't know why. Cover's done. I'm going to get a piece of thread. And we're going to put them inside. I have, so I'm going to cut a bit. I'm going to go into the first hole of my first. Why didn't I cover the back of this one? I'll see what I can do. So that's 1. 2. 3. Buffy. No, 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 Sophie. No, 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 no. Hop. Much better when they're not upside down. No! Okay, let me do that off camera. Here is a little mini journal, which is ready to be decorated. So I think that's what we will do now. We are going to use the little ephemera that we've made and see how that goes. So, do we have things that we can use as pockets? Yes, we do. And we could even tailor them to make them fit. Well, that can definitely be one. tuck spot. A little link. I'm not going to decorate heavily. It's just going to be a very simple sort of journal. So I'm just putting glue on the bottom, which is there. I'm going to get some postal stamps out and some mini labels. So I have postal stamps next to me and the curator snippets as well. So we can get to decorate a little bit. And I need to get my pieces as well, my little box with the pieces of bunched postcards that we made earlier, so that I can show you how I use them. Like this, little box. So, little box of wonders. This is what I have. So, we could put a tab on. And there you can add anything that you want. You can add rub-ons, you can add some stamps, you can add pretty much everything. And there you go. You have a tab. I'll look at this up afterwards because I don't know what I want to do there. So here we could have some sort of a pocket. I like that because you have the mountain and the sea. So it doesn't make much sense, but that's me. That's me. You're not straight, are you? No, almost. Do we want to round the corners? Yes, we do. Probably like this. Generously ink, because then it will stand out as a pocket. Like this. What I do is very often do this. So it's another pocket. I'll show you how. Sammy, tu la laisses tranquille. They're annoying one of my cats. Sammy! June! Sam, viens ici. Sammy. Sammy. T'es pas gentil, hein. And there you go. And then I put glue at the bottom. And there you go. You have a pocket. Now we can put a snippet or two. Poster stamp, maybe something red. Samy, tu sors de là. He's in a bad mood. Samy. Samy, viens ici. Okay, I'm back, and this is what I've done. So I've added some bits and pieces on my little pocket here as well. What are you moving? Oh, she's moving, Sammy. Sorry. That's June, that's my other dog. I would want one of the things we had cut out on this page. We have the little girl and her dog, which I think would be a good match. So when they're not barking, they're playing. Okay. June, arrête. You need to stop when you think he's not breathing. You can hear it. Okay. What could we put there? Maybe just a little label. Yeah, that's nice. It stands out. Okay. Do we want a tab there? Maybe. Little box of wonder. What did I say? A tab. Yep. So with ink. Oh, thank you, June, for sharing that with the whole of us. That was lovely. You probably have hair in your throat, don't you? I wonder why. So we have 2 pages. We can leave this one blank if you wanted to write something or to glue something. I don't know. I think I would want to leave this one blank, but then I would put something on the back of this one. Question is what? Oopla. look at that. It seems to have been made to go there. So nothing fancy, just little pockets, minimal decoration, and we'll just have a lovely little journal made of postcards. Like this. We have one little pocket, and we do have other bits and pieces. It's just a matter of me finding them. So we have some like this. We could put these lovely ladies as another tiny pocket, sorry. And I could even just glue the bottom. Could have it somewhere there. And add a very tiny like this. And I think a postal stamp below. Maybe a blue one. Hoopla. There you go. Here we could make sort of a little tuck spot with something like this. Going to make a hole, hopefully somewhere across both of them. Maybe in the middle, who knows, if I'm lucky. Now it's a matter of finding a brad. And I have no clue where I put them. And that's not good. Come on, come on, come on. There you are. Of course, they're not the one I want, otherwise life would be far too simple. Well, there you go. And if I had been clever, I would have inked them before. But apparently not today. Maybe. Shh. We have a little sort of a flower, which we can glue here. I'll just glue the top. So we can use the bottom as a tuck spot. There we go. 3 done. Her, I'm not going to add anything to her. This could be a writing page. So I guess I would decorate it with bits and pieces like this. Come on, turn around. Well, that one has a hand on it, but it is what it is. I'm not going to ink them. Tu sors de là, June. Sors de là, June. Sors de là. Sors de là. Sorry. I think she needs to go out. And the last one. Like this. Okay. This one I will leave as it is. We could put a tab somewhere. I know this one is inked already, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to add a tab and maybe some kind of something. But I want to put my tab first, because I know if I don't put it now, I will not put it afterwards. I will find a way so that I can't put any tab. So here we are. Tab it is. Nothing, I mean, you could put anything you want. You don't need to stick to postcard. It's just me, because today I wanted to use postcards. So do we have another offcut that I could use as a belly band of some sort? I guess I could. Oh, I know what I wanted and I didn't do. I wanted to put whole reinforcers, and I did not. Although I had punched them out. Well, not punched them out. I have a die cut from Elizabeth Craft's design. And for the first time ever, I had punched them. From Postcards, actually. Well, there we go. We have a little tuck spot. Maybe I could put something here. Even smaller pieces. The little round ones. It's just going to be a matter of finding some. And oh, actually, I have quite a few there. And 4 is enough. I just love this piece. Chut! Eh oh! Allez jouer ailleurs! Allez jouer ailleurs! Playtime. I wish nappy time was there. Okay. Here we can make a pocket of some sort. And that way we don't have to hide anything there. So again, something we fussy cut it out. Fussy cut out, not cut it, because it doesn't exist, Sophie. They're running in the craft room, which is not exactly why I moved the craft room to a bigger room, but apparently they're very happy with it. Okay, so we have this, and I think we can add a little something. Non, 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 non. Loki, va ailleurs. Go play somewhere else. Okay. It might be that I don't put it because I don't like it. Huh? What if it was sort of a tag but above? Like this. Could I live with this? Yeah. Okay, there we go. What's done is done. Here we can glue something over. Definitely. And I just need to find the right piece. So I found her. And I'm making her sort of a tuck spot, but not a big one. Like this. Whoopala. Come back, no. There. Go. Here I'm just going to add some piece of washi tape just to make it a bit nicer. Well, apparently I'm going to make it yay long. Okay. Maybe adding just a little piece where you can tuck something under. I'm just going to put a strip of glue. There it is. I'm going to add a bit of color to this. Oh, come on. I'm going to add some pink. I'm going to add some lighter lilac. Some red-ish. Like this. And maybe something here. There you go. Cute page. You could put just a tad, very little tuck spot. Again, nothing complicated in this journal because it is so small that you know, too much would be too much very quickly, I think. But that is my opinion. I want to put some red washi tape on this one. Red washi tape, where are you? You're there. Well, I can make it go round, it doesn't really matter. Just pretty. Here, definitely, we can put something. We can put this beautiful piece that we made. And what I'll do when we'll be done in 3 postcards, I think, then I will put all the goodies in it and we'll look at it together. Because I'm afraid this video is already going to be so long. And I apologize for those of you who don't have much time to watch videos. Okay. You, what could we do to you? Oh, we have bits and pieces that we haven't used. We have these ones that we haven't used. And these ones. This is my favorite one that I don't know what I put. So I'm assuming we can use one of these as well. A tab. Another one of these. So no, they're not the same. I want maybe another tab. I don't know why I'm whispering, because I don't want to. And I want flowers, but where are my flowers? I have paper ones. And I know I made more. So I had one here, and I can see one on the ground. So let me just get that one. Because it flew when I did. You got it out. Come on, floor. Oh, blah. There we go. Ouch. Okay. What would I do to you? I think I would only make a tuck spot with one of these. I know I'm very tuck spot oriented today. I know. I like them so much. There you go. Oh, my nose is itchy again. Luxembourg. This is Charlotte. I think that was Charlotte, the grandmother of the current Grand Duke. I remember when she died, the whole country was mourning. Yep. Another little tuck spot. Oh, Sophie, come on. Okay. Oh, very well done, Sophie. Well, how many of them do I have like this? Just 2. Okay, well, it is what it is. I will turn in later, not today. On the back of this one, keeping in mind it's upside down, I will just make a pocket. Well, this is teaching us how to decorate something in the wrong direction. No, you see? Upside down, Sophie, upside down. Okay. At a later stage, you I could even cover, and I wouldn't mind. I think I'm going to do this. Why not cheat when you can? And we're making a pocket. Up. There you go. We're going to add a little thingy, maybe a little flower. Oh, it's the last one. Well, for the last one, we could put a lovely pocket. I can already see how not straight it is, but you know, I am stubborn. One day. There we go. And we can leave here as a writing space, but we can also put a bit of maybe a stamp, a label, or two. There we go, and maybe a stamp on the postcard. And maybe another stamp. Who are you, gentlemen? You're Belgian. There. Good. Do I want to? It's so cute like this. I don't think I want to. I think I might have to. See how much I don't want to use. Apologies, because my camera just, well, had no more battery, so I don't know what I filmed or what I haven't. However, what I've done is that I finished the little journal we made today. So on the cover, I decided to go for this rather than our Spanish lady, because I like that too much. And then I've put some ephemera in the various pockets and tuck spots that we had made. So I hadn't made any little ephemera, so I had to improvise. So there we go. And I think it really looks lovely. Writing space, lovely postcard. Here you have an ink box. Here you have a tab that you can use. Here you have another tag with the tuck spot, the flower one. Here just some little decorations. This one we left blank. This one we made a tuck spot where you can actually put a postcard, which I decorated with a tab. here. I know it's too big, but I really, really loved it. So I wanted to put it here. It's going there. You could also put something under here, but I didn't. So this is how we are. She got a little thingy behind her. This is just postal stamps, and I did put a tag under it. Here, just like a library card. Here, another one. Some of them, they don't need decorating, they're just cute, so I just left them as they were. Another one here. This is our upside down page that I need to put back up, so we'll just skip it. I made a tag, and it's lovely. So, it's hard to put back in, but there it goes. And here you have a tag with a pocket. So that's it. We've made our little postcard journal, and I'm really, really happy. Really, really happy. Really like it. So thank you for spending your time with me today. Apologies for the lateness of my video, and I hope I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.